welcome to the Shift Podcast. I'm Wambui, and today on the menu is the child-free conversation that has been rampant everywhere. By everywhere, I mean because I'm mostly on TikTok and Twitter and everywhere else. That's why everybody's having the conversation on. And I thought it fit because I think there's a point where we're missing the plot because it seems like it's a war now on either the people who are child free who do not want the kids or the people who have had kids, and if they were told to choose earlier or if they knew what they know now, they wouldn't have. And now the people who want the people who are child free to have the kids. But I think we're missing the point of the conversation because you see, you've ever had the saying where they say that at some point you focus more on the social issues and forget the financial issues, which play a very huge role in how people are choosing the child-free conversation and how the child-free conversation and how they're taking it, and the people who are supporting it and the people who are against it. If you look at it on social media, you'll see like there are women who already have the kids, but they're saying if they knew what they know now, they will have been child free. And yet the other women who are coming out and saying that they are child free. And then there are those that are very, 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 very happy and they cannot even think about their lives without their kids. Is why are more women opting out of motherhood than ever before? And what is there to be said about us, especially our Kenyan society? I know it's a nuanced conversation because it's apparently happening all over the world and a lot of people blame feminism, but I have another take on that, which is not why I don't think people are opting out of feminism. Well, feminism, the whole idea of feminism is choice, yeah, right? But opting out of motherhood or something like that that is inherently in your functioning as a person is because of various reasons. Some of them are social reason, of course, but I think it's more of there are people who really don't want to do it, but the uptake of it and how people make choices based on what they have seen other people go through, that's also another thing that we have to put into account. So according to an article by The Standard on the Eve Woman magazine, it says according to data by the Ministry of Health, reproductive behavior in Kenya is shifting. Personal freedom for many women now means no diaper, more sleep-ins, and a relief from the burnout often associated with mom guilt. And I'd like to take a caveat from that because introducing an article in this sense says that a lot of people are refusing to have kids for selfish reasons for themselves. In my own experience, is a lot of the women that I have met that are actually child free are the women who think about what it takes to raise a child and the amount of effort and what it takes for them to be there for the children. So they can decide not to. And others, it's because they have seen how it has been for other women who took up that role by themselves. Because when you're having this conversation, it has to be an intersectional conversation, because one thing we know as women is if you have a child, and whether you want it or not, that child is supposed to be yours and yours alone. And the way our society right now is set up, it is not set up as it was used to before. A while back, if you had kids, you had the option of support either from your family, your immediate nuclear family, that's your husband, or your extended family, that's your grandparents, maybe your aunties, your uncles. People are there for you. Why I want to put this as there is a financial aspect that is on here is nowadays whatever type of help that you want to raise kids has to have a financial aspect, whether you like it or not. And when I come to the financial aspect, I don't want to start having the conversation of paying or well, yes, fine, we can have that. But when I say the financial aspect, it cuts across, because nowadays, as the more and more that we are growing as a society, women want to work. So not do we really want to work? Women have worked since time immemorial. Women only fight for getting paid for the work. Women have always worked, even if they've always worked in the home, especially as an African, as a Kenyan. Women have always worked in the home. Women have always worked in the field. The conversation that is right now that a lot of people are having is not that women want to work. Women have always worked. It is women want to be paid for the work that they do. You get? So, the way society is set up, as a grown adult, you're supposed to be able to be self sufficient. Everybody, including me as a woman, right? The way society is set up today, if a woman decides to have a child, it takes away a chunk of the self sufficiency that they need to have. That's what I mean. Whether you agree or you do not, there needs to be some sort of support for this woman to be able to raise kids and raise them the way that they want, with the support of either their partner or whoever they decide to have. Most likely it's their partner, of course. What do we mean? Whatever they want to have, yes. With their partner or whoever they want to have the child with. You get? So, nowadays, the way it is, even the conversations that are on here outside, is that the woman is supposed to be able to cater for everything by herself. You get? Because we're supposed to be self-sufficient, yes? Being self-sufficient means that I go to work, I make my money, and I need that time to survive. And if that is not provided, if that is not guaranteed, me and my child are going to suffer eventually. So when I say about the financial aspect is, there is a sense of self-sufficiency that women need to have today. And even a while back, it needed to be there. Only that now a lot of people didn't, how can I put it? There was the obligation of their husbands or their partners to provide for them. Right now, the whole conversation of provision is there, but a lot of people don't want to take it up. When a woman decides that I do not think having kids is worth my time or my energy, and granted, there are people who do not like kids just like that, and they are warranted of their opinion. And then there are those who make that decision because they see what I'll have to give up for it is not worth it. It is not worth my career. It is not worth, and it is not worth my money. And people don't. I hate it when people say that women do not want to work, or like nowadays women is. There are people who, because I was on Twitter the other day and people say that they are mothers, and when I hear somebody comparing a woman with their mother, I'm usually in awe, because I'm like, what do you mean? Are we supposed to conform to every... Anyway, I don't care anyway. Songe. Like, the women before used to work, they used to, and take care of the kids, but the generation of the child-free women do not want to work, and they do not want to do what? They don't want to have kids. No, women have always worked. They've always worked. The only difference is we are asking that because they usually a pay gap. There's a difference. I don't like the way this podcast is going. I don't know what to do. Let me pause. So, after that rant, the article continues to say that urban centers like Nairobi have seen child-free choices become more visible. By more visible, people are becoming more vocal about their choices because it's no longer a shame, or as it were before, to choose such a thing. But it continues to say rising living costs, particularly housing, healthcare, and education, are prompting many women to reconsider whether parenthood is fit into their long-term plans. Another caveat is career progression is another major factor, especially in sectors like tech, finance, entrepreneurship, where taking time off can derail hard-won professional momentum. And that's a fact. Because when people have this conversation, when people are having this conversation nowadays, it's usually very selfish. Nobody puts themselves in the shoes of the woman saying that they want to be child free, because it is expected that the natural progression of a woman is you grow up, you hit puberty. After you hit puberty, you're supposed to be now looking for sweethearts, quote unquote, and after that you're supposed to have children. But I think at the end of the day, there has to be a conversation of why people are deciding to opt out on whatever is known as the natural progression of a woman's life. And whatever choice you make is okay. And I keep on saying that the whole idea of quote feminism is choice. By this, I mean this. If you're a type of woman who likes to be a mother, become a mother. If you're the type of woman who doesn't want to become a mother, do not become a mother. If you're the type of woman who wants to be married, enjoy love, enjoy. If you do not want it, opt out. Because at the end of the day, all these are choices. They're choices that we make and we get. And for the first time in history, we live in a generation where choice is there for a woman. A lot of women do not have that choice. And even right now, we're seeing the women in Afghanistan where they cannot choose. A lot of women do not have the choice of living the life that they want. A lot of women nowadays are being still sold into early marriages. Early marriages means that you never have the choice to opt out of motherhood if you can, because you have to be a mother because it is expected of you. And if you decide that's the point you are at, it's fine. And also, if you decide that you want kids later, have them. It's your life. And when I hear a lot of people say, you're going to get to a particular point where if you're going to want the kids and all that, and so, why should another woman choice press you? Why should somebody's choice in this life have anything to do with you if she does not concern you? I don't think it should. Anyway, it was short and sweet. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Subscribe, like, and share, and see you tomorrow. Bye.